All right, guys, so here we are for prepared performance number 2. This is the first rhythm, and the new topic for this week is covering 16th notes in 6/8 meter. So you'll see over the course of this particular exercise, you can have 2 16th notes occurring per half measure. And so you will say tiki tiki for those and TT for the 8th notes. 6/8 meter divides down the center of each bar, so 3 beats plus 3 beats. And I'll put my boxes around them for the first bar there. You'll be starting mezzo piano, and you have elements of a quarter and an eighth, and then the reverse of that, eighth of a quarter for that bar. Next bar, here's where the 16th notes come in. The first one, the 16th notes are at the beginning, so tiki ti ti. And the second one, they're in the middle, ti tiki ti. So this whole exercise is going to be focused on changing the position of those 2 8th notes in each rhythmic element for each half bar. Third bar is the same as the first. And then we get here looks like I skipped ahead. Anyway, let me just go like that. So the 4th bar, here I am now, has the 2 16th notes at the beginning, tiki ti ti, and then ti ti tiki for the second half of the bar. Next measure, we're going to go into mezzo forte. Ti tiki ti, ti tiki ti. Same thing twice in a row. Here we have tiki ti ti, and then ti ta. Then again, same thing twice in a row. Ti tiki ti, ti tiki ti. Then we have ti ta ta to end that line. Going into the second line, my boxes are already there because I messed up the order of the animations. But here you can see the same kind of things are going on. Okay, watch out for the dynamics. But you've got 16th notes against 8th notes in each bar with different positions. Let me just move on from here and go to the next part. 8th rest quarter, so rest ta, and then a dotted quarter. It takes up the whole half of a bar. Now we're going to mezzo forte, ti tiki ti, tiki ti ti, and then ti tiki ti, ti ti tiki. So the whole point of this exercise, as you can see, is shifting those positions of those 2 16th notes. We're going to crescendo into the end to a forte. All right, so let's set our metronomes to 80, and let's go ahead and try this out. Ta ti ti ta, tiki ti 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 tiki ti ta, ti ti ta, tiki ti 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 tiki ti tiki ti ti tiki ti tiki ti 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 ta, ti tiki ti ti tiki ti ti ta ta, ti tiki ti ta, ti tiki ti ta, tiki ti 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 tiki ti ta ta, ti tiki ti tiki ti 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 tiki ti 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 tiki ta ta, ti tiki ti ti ta. All right, here we are in the second rhythm. And now what's going to happen is each bar will contain more than only 2 16th notes. So let's just go right into this one. First bar, forte, we've got 3 8th notes followed by 8th note, 2 16th notes, 8th note. So that's already something that we're familiar with the last exercise. Here in the next bar, we've got 4 16th notes and an eighth. So tiki tiki ti, and then an eighth and a quarter and an eighth. In this bar we've got, you can see here, more 16th notes. So ti, tiki, tiki, and then tiki, tiki, tiki. The whole half bar is all 16th notes. Oh, I have the same problem with this one. Let's see if it, okay, there we go. All right, so I'm going to skip these, but I'll go straight back to where I was. Okay, so in this particular half measure, we've got the 8th note stuck in the middle. So tiki ti tiki, and then ti ta, mezzo piano dynamic now, so we're going to get softer for this part. Ta, ti, ti, ta. Here, this one is again tiki, ti, tiki, with the eighth note stuck in the middle. Ti, ta. And we're going to get even softer. Ta, ti, ti, ta. Oops. And then I already have these here, but I'll go over them. Ti, tiki, 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 ti, ti. Now we go forte. Ti, 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 tiki, ti. Tiki, ti, ti, tiki, tiki, tiki. Okay, so again, they're changing the number of 16th notes in these measures and also the position of them. And that's just to try and trick you up in your reading. But you should be focused and try to execute it as perfectly as possible in the first try. 3 eighth notes, and then 2 16ths and 2 eighths. And then the last bar we have 2 16ths, eighth, 2 16ths, and then a dotted quarter. Okay, great. Let's set our metronomes to 72, and let's give this one a shot.
Ti 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 tiki ti tiki tiki ti ta ti ti tiki 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 ti tiki ti ta ta ti ti ta tiki ti tiki ti ta ta ti ti ta ti tiki 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 ti 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 tiki ti tiki ti ti tiki 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 ti 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 tiki ti ti tiki ti tiki ta.
Now we're getting into the melodic portion of the assignment. This week we've covered topics of leaping within the 4 triad and the 2 triad of a key. So I'm in D major here. And the first 4 notes outline the tonic triad, so that's why I have the Roman numeral 1 in parentheses. The second 4 notes, do, fa, la, do, outline the 4 chord. So, if this is do, this is now fa, and then fa, la, do, that is the solfege for the 3 notes in the triad of the 4 chord. Next 4 notes, they outline a dominant 7th. Ti, sol, fa, re. Then we have 2 notes with a outline a leap in the tonic triad. Mi, do. And then we have fa, sol, do, which is a cadential line. All right, so let's try this one.
Do, mi, sol, do, do, fa, la, do, ti, sol, fa, re, mi, do, fa, sol, do.
All right, now for the number 2 exercise in melody, but the first full melody. We're in the bass clef, and we have 4 flats, and it's a major melody, so this is going to be A flat major. So the first thing we're going to do is break down the first phrase. We start with a pickup quarter note on the note sol. And we leap up to do. Sol, do, sol, 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 la, la. Okay, so we jump up to do, back to sol, which is a tonic triad skip. And then we go up a step to la. Sol, do, sol, 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 la, la. Then this is a new leap for us. La, do. Okay, that indicates a 4 chord. Okay, the leap from la to do implies that the harmony of that measure will be 4. La, do, ti, ti, la, sol. Let me just go straight down the scale from do to sol there. Now we're going to go up to forte dynamic. Sol, mi, re, do, 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 la. So there's another do, la skip. All right? And again, that indicates a 4 triad. Fa, mi, re, re, do. The ending there, actually, if you count the pickup note to the last phrase, you get do, la, fa, the entire 3 notes of the 4 triad. Okay? So that's how these skips work. They always imply some kind of a harmony. And then the ending here parallels the second phrase from before. Fa, mi, mi, re, do, straight down the scale. All right, so let's sing a scale in A flat major. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Let's set our metronome to 104 and let's try this.
Sol, do, sol, 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 la, la, do, ti, ti, la, sol, sol, mi, re, do, 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 la, fa, mi, re, do.
Okay, the final melodic exercise for this homework. We're in treble clef and in the key of F major. So there's our tonic triad. Starting off pianissimo, very quiet. And there's my first phrase. Now you'll notice a lot of the times that these little phrases are actually 2 bars long. And I call that the 2-measure idea. 2-measure ideas are shapes in music that have motives, rhythms, intervals. And they start on the beginning of the first measure and then they lead into the second measure and they just form little units. And if you string together enough 2-measure ideas, you can have a melody like the one we're studying now. All right, so that's our tonic do. Now, the first thing you'll notice is that we're going up the tonic triad. Do, mi, mi, sol, sol, mi, do. The whole first measure is tonic triad. Okay, we're outlining it. And then the second measure, mi, re, do, re, mi. Same thing. It's just that we're focused on the note mi, and we go with a little melody down, and we come right back up to it. Second measure, or the second little phrase, is literally the same thing. It's just that the last mi at the end of it is a dotted quarter, so it's cut off a little bit. Do, mi, mi, sol, sol, mi, do, re, mi. All right, now the next phrase, this is actually 1 bar only. Do, do, fa, fa, la, la, sol, mi, do. So here we have do, do, fa, fa, la. So this is all implying the 4 chord, okay, do, fa, la. And it's all 3 notes of it, just in a different inversion. And then la, sol, mi, do. It goes right back to the tonic for the end of that measure. And then we repeat that. La, fa, la, la, sol, mi, do. Mi, sol, ti, re, do. So you'll see how a lot of times melodies are basically, outlining the triad that's implied in that measure as the harmony, or using scalar shapes. Okay, so let's sing an F major scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Let's set our metronomes to 94, and let's do this.
Do, mi, mi, sol, sol, mi, do, re, mi. Do, mi, mi, sol, sol, mi, do, re, mi. Do, do, fa, fa, la, la, sol, mi, do, fa, la, la, sol, mi, do, sol, ti, re, do.